Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Toni Lopez, and we are welcoming you back to another Mahalo Halo Las Vegas and then some with my girl.
Hey, everybody. It's People's Bestie, your favorite MC. It's your girl, Lepa Leps, and me and Toni Rose are coming at you with big love all the way from the 702 and keeping it live with the 725 because the new area code.
Yes.
So, yes.
We are back in the building. We are
Yes,
so
we
happy
are.
to be back together because it's a rare... No, it's not.
No, it's not. We will always make a way
We're always together.
to
It's
be together.
Good times. So how was your week? Let's recap. What was the highlight of your week, sister?
Well, there was a lot of things that actually have been such a blessing. But the biggest one is what we're going to be talking about today,
Yes.
which is the launch of the Pacific Island Network.
Story time.
Yes, story time. And we actually have, of course, the leader, the one I say co-leader with me, because I actually, we're going to be doing this together. I'm so excited. But besides that, everything has been going good. I mean, of course, we are always 100% mamas,
Right.
mommy duty,
Yes,
Uber mom life, and
take them Uber there,
and
over
then
there.
Uber there, over there.
Give them a lift over here.
Exactly.
Oh, my God.
And then plus two, I know you're running your businesses as well. Same here.
Yes.
Really setting aside things and laying down foundations and lines and walking in it. So
Right, and
it's
second
good.
cup of coffee.
Oh my gosh!
If you haven't had a second cup today,
This
I
is
don't
my
know.
first, and it's okay.
Okay, well, it's my second.
I forgot to. I misplaced my Mahalo Halo mug, but it's okay. Next
We'll
time.
find it. Yeah, it's been a really productive week. Actually, Sunday was kind of like a Monday. So when Monday came along, I was like, "What day is it?" And then the whole week just kind of flew by, and now it's Hump Day.
Yes.
Or what is it? I don't even know. What day am I?
It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, it's been a really good week. I know. Congratulations to you guys. We are really looking forward to expanding our relations with the Pacific Island community because we are strong here in Las Vegas. We definitely have a presence here. We want to make sure that everybody is aware that it's just not, the Filipino, the Samoans, but everybody that, encompasses the Pacific Islands. There's so many micro, cultures that we have to acknowledge, right?
Yes.
So to those listening, cheers, because you guys are going to be in for a treat.
That's right.
Today, I'm going to give you the honor to introduce our guest
right.
because today is a special show.
It is a special show. And, let me just reiterate too, not only the launch of Pacific Island Network, but it's been 4 years anniversary, fourth year anniversary for Vegas Plus.
Yes.
So congratulations to Carl Magno and, of course, the entire crew, alongside with all of the other networks that are going alongside with Vegas Plus, besides the Pacific Island Network. We had representation, but we're going to talk more about that. But I want to introduce this special brother of mine. Okay, he hails all the way back from a beautiful island, or a group of islands called Rarotonga, the Cook Islands. He is actually the co-founder, him and his wife, of a group, Polynesian dance group here in Las Vegas for over 20 years.
Wow, 20 years.
They've established this group. Ladies and gentlemen, please show your love for the one and only Sir Henry George.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Toni. Thank you for the
Welcome to our Mahalo Halo and then some show.
Yes.
We've been trying to get you on here for a minute.
Forever.
You are a busy man.
Yes. I was like,
You did it.
yes.
We hook you in, bro.
Get him.
Come on.
We got him finally.
Yeah. All right. Well, our net has caught him. So, Henry, tell us about what your day was like today, and let's just get into, getting to know the group Tavakanui, how it started, what was the vision, and where you guys are now.
For sure. Yeah, today was a pretty hang loose day for me. I'm an artist, so we did some work helping a friend on a project building a tiki bar.
Ooh.
Carving.
Yes,
That's
Polynesian carving. So that's something that I am very passionate about is Polynesian art, Pacific Island art.
Yes.
And so today was Hang Loose Day because we had some visitors that came, 3 groups that came to the build.
All right.
And so we were, just staring at them and talking stories for a whole 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
And then I did, 1 more hour of just planning what to do for tomorrow. So it was a quick breeze kind of gig. And then
we like those.
I'm here. Yeah. And so my wife and I co-found Te Whakanui. It started in Kona, Hawaii, on the Big Island. in 2002. So I think we're close to almost 3 years as a group.
23 years.
23, sorry, 23 years.
Did I not that right?
Not 3 years. You forgot the 2 in front of the 3, but it's okay.
Yeah, I failed in math, but anyway.
That's okay. You carve. It's
That's
fine.
okay. That's okay.
You don't need math for
That's all right. That's why we're here for you, brother.
We got
here
you,
to
bro.
support.
Yeah, so we started the group, and then we moved and launched it here in Las Vegas.
Nice.
And we've been doing this ever since.
Beautiful.
For a long time. So it's something that I grew up around.
Yes.
My grandparents was heavily into our, Polynesian culture.
Right.
Especially in the islands of Rarotonga, the Cook Islands, and my journey coming into the States was a pretty interesting one. I did it the legal way. I didn't climb over the walls, to get into the country.
Here?
I didn't
No?
swim
Okay.
here.
That's another story.
With a net. Yeah.
Met my wife from the Big Island,
Nice.
Yvette. George, Delay was her maiden name, but we met in Hawaii on the Big Island, went to school, did the whole, shebang, and now I'm here in
Beautiful.
Vegas.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So
Well, let's not skip out on some things
right.
here.
I know. I was like, wait, did he just fast forward?
Yes, he did. Don't skip out on some things here.
Okay.
So Henry and Yvette George, of course, they met, they got married, beautiful, beautiful. But they were also missionaries with the group called Island Breeze, which is affiliated with Youth with a Mission, YWAM. And so, that has been a major part. And Island Breeze actually, what's so wonderful about Island Breeze, it's actually the founder and the co-founder, though the founders it's actually my uncle. And so I actually came onto Island Breeze at the age of 19, and that's when I met them when I was 17 for a summer, and then I came back and at 19, and then we did missions together. Literally traveled around the world.
Wow.
From India to throughout
Brazil,
Europe, Brazil,
yeah.
several times.
Oh my gosh.
And then in 2002, when you started with, they moved back to the Big Island, and then of course that's when they started the group, which then launched into Tavakanui. Don't skip that, brother.
Yeah.
I've known you for over 20 years.
Well, yeah, and that's why I wanted to cover this, because not only is Miss MC Lepa Leps the MC, the hostess with the mostest, she is also a pivotal part of Tavakanui, because she is also the bass drummer and the storyteller of the group. So because you guys have such history, tell me about where you guys want the group to grow into now, because you have such a great, you have classes, you have community service, you have this pin coming up. What do you guys hope for this next chapter?
So with this whole new chapter, it's a curveball, because meeting Carl Magno, him and I go back maybe 10 years or a little bit more, through a connection with Vic Escavez, who's a photographer, professional photographer. And him and I started our friendship, and then it grew into that, and then met Carl Magno, and we went to a lot of places, businesses, mostly restaurants with wine,
with wine and food.
Wine and food.
As you should.
Right.
And so the relationship build up, and then we were at our old location, right across from Area 15 by the I-15 in Sahara.
Right.
And we had a building there for a little over 15 years in location, and then they had to tear that building down. So we had to look for a space, and then Vic mentioned Carl Magno, so we were talking stories, and then a year, February 13th makes it 1 year at that location.
Amazing.
And so that's and so with this whole introduction of PIN, that's another another giant in itself. But I'm very comfortable and very excited, and I feel right with this whole project. It's more than just the Polynesian islands. It's encompassing the Pacific Islands.
And anything that touches the Pacific.
Yes, exactly. So culture is very big for me. I was taught at a very young age that you need to know who you are, where you come from, and where you're going. Because if you don't know these things, these three things, this is what my grandfather would always say, you're just like a pig. And I'm like, what? Doesn't make sense what that means,
Just rolling around
in the dirt. Just eat. Because the pig eats its own poo-poo. It eats whatever you put in front.
Poo-poo platter.
Yeah, poo-poo platter. Yeah. So that's So that's a big thing for me.
Don't be a pig. Don't be a pig.
Don't be a pig.
Right. With the dance group concept of giving the opportunity for parents who bring their children, across the ocean from the Pacific, especially in Hawaii, Guam, wherever, Samoa, Tonga, here in the mainland. And I think what we're doing is setting a stage and a platform for the young ones to learn about their roots. And then you got some people who are not Polynesians but love the culture and appreciate the culture. So that's what this whole build is about. And so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot of work. But we're doing it.
Yeah, I was actually, since me and my husband have moved here about 12 years ago, and joined Te Whakanui and just came alongside. I knew Henry and Yvette before they formed Te Whakanui, and then of course we came in later on. So we've been a part of Te Whakanui for 12 years now, and so to see now how it has come so far of sharing the cultures of the South Pacific, not just only Tahiti, Hawaii, all the Pacific Islands, but now this opportunity came about with PIN to be able to bring another platform to showcase and to share that not only within our community, but with literally internationally.
Yes.
And showing the gifting that God has given really Henry and Yvette. And of course, it doesn't come without its challenges.
Of course.
But we are so grateful, and I'm so glad that I'm here with my brother to team alongside as we come with creative ideas and avenues to showcase this platform in different ways. So can't wait to build. It's going to take work, but it's worth it.
The exciting part is, you guys have such a history prior to the dance group. So the story starts from that foundation, and that's the spreading of, the good news and the ability to touch people in that way first, and then open their hearts up to the arts and to the culture, because in that way it integrates itself. And I'm still learning a lot about my own culture, and I'm going back to the Philippines this summer, and I'm going to go back there, immerse myself, come back here, and hopefully do what you guys are doing as well, and just maybe mix mahalo halo.
Mahalo. But it was thank you so much, because big love to Mahalo Halo, because this last Mahalo Halo, our group actually had the opportunity to come and perform a hula. So our hula class came out and performed beautifully. It was just such a great welcoming and response, and the ladies too enjoyed themselves when they came out as well. Awesome. So we just wanted to say thank you so much for that opportunity.
Thank you guys.
And how we just got linked up. I mean, now we're stuck for life.
So Henry, she's stuck with me. I'm stuck with her. We're kind of stuck at the hip.
Forever.
But you have a lot of students that are taking classes at 6350. So tell us about the studio. How we can find you, where we can take classes, what times, all of that stuff, so we can come support.
So we're literally located at the Boulevard Mall.
Yes, 6350. Location, right?
Right. So the address, 3700 South Maryland Parkway.
Okay.
And so we have classes from Monday through to Thursdays. And we have classes from young as 3 years old as aged at 80.
Nice. I love that.
Golden.
That's awesome.
We have age from 3 to golden.
Very golden.
Very golden.
Years, yes.
Golden.
Yeah. So we teach, of course, Polynesian culture. A lot of it is because of our background. Myself and Yvette, my wife, her and I have been entertainers, palapo. So in Hawaii, at a luau show called the Island Breeze Luau Experience on the Big Island.
The Big Island.
Yes.
I think I actually watched that.
Oh yeah, with the canoe comes in. Yes, exactly. That's us. Almost 40 something years. The location.
Okay.
The location.
Yeah. So in fact, I was
gosh.
I was 17 when I was. When I started performing, 17, and I think that program is what inspired me to really dig deep in who I am, in my culture. So, like for instance, my dad, he's a historian, very knowledgeable about the the Polynesian islands when it comes to culture. So the sad part is that I didn't learn any of that because I've only known him and my mom 2 years of my life because I was raised by my grandparents in New Zealand. So I did learn some of the culture and of course the language. But this whole experience, it started in Hawaii. So I've always considered Kona, Hawaii as my home.
Your home,
and then, of course, meeting my wife. Because I figured, you know what, I got to cross over the reef because everybody is related. So I went across the reef and then met my wife. And then that whole experience, took us all over the world.
That's beautiful.
Don't forget about your 3 boys.
Yes, my 3 boys because, and that's the thing. It's
1, 2, 3.
Yes.
So fire dancing was a big thing for me as an entertainer. And so I was hoping that my son wouldn't take this profession, but lo and behold, he is one of the performers.
He's actually one of the main performers at the Win. So if you see the show Awakening, the fire knife, it's the only element. He's the fire knife dancer. Yeah, we should. We need to get her to go. Yes, we should go and we should record that. Yeah.
And prior to that, he was at Cirque du Soleil.
Cirque du Soleil, the O show.
The O show.
The O show. Yeah.
He was part of that.
Bellagio.
Or Bellagio. Yeah.
Beautiful.
the Bellagio.
I've seen that. That one was beautiful. I've seen the other one at New York.
Yeah.
But that's amazing. So
Because
he's
I
there
told
now.
he's there. So he's 28, and I told him, son, learn another profession because you can't be spinning fire knife forever. So look into the other parts of the culture,
The arts too.
the arts,
Yeah.
because
Like Penn. Like Penn.
Yes,
And he's also going to be a part with us.
Yes.
He's going to be doing this with us.
Good.
And so, but you know what? I actually have a side note. Because how I became actually such a great, as far as witty, crafty, I mean, as far as, grooming because Te Whakanui was the platform that actually launched and was able for me to find this passion that I didn't even know.
The gift that you had.
The gift that I had.
was laying
Let me tell you.
dormant in her heart.
Let me tell you how that happened.
Story time.
For Henry. Okay. So not only is Te Whakanui so wonderful that we have the Polynesian Dance School that's happening here in Las Vegas, but also Polynesian Entertainment, which is our production show. We are actually able to do performances for many corporations, from graduation parties, from the smallest things to the biggest corporations, whether they have it at conferences, down at the convention center, to the many hotels that we have here. And so many times that we would have these shows, we would go, and of course, like I said, I would be the drummer, and at the time it was just drumming. But then there would be many times when Henry would say something, and I'd be like, and I would be like, okay, so you want to know how I became that? How I became?
The challenge was there, sister.
This is the guy right here who made it all happen.
Thank you, Henry.
Thank you for throwing me plenty of times
I
out
saw
in the
potential.
ocean.
Right.
He literally threw me out in the ocean. He would say things like, it was just, there would be things that he would say, and only like I would, no offense, but a fob would say, like, because he's from the island, and so he can get away with that. He can get away with that because it was like, oh, he's so cute, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. So, but yes, that's side note of my story of how I became so witty and quick-witted when it comes to, oh my gosh, last-minute things. Thank you, my brother, for throwing me in the ocean.
Dead space. You're the filler.
The filler.
I became a filler.
Yeah. Well, no, it's hard to entertain.
Yeah.
It is hard.
It
You are
is.
on, and your brain better wake up because all eyes on you, right? But the fact that you remember those stepping stones,
oh my gosh.
the little pebbles,
Humbling.
and now you're like this rock, and you're the foundation of every show and every event. So what a blessing, because that's what happens, right? Sometimes you get thrown into the fire. You're like, okay, well, do I jump out or do I stay in? I'm going to jump out, right?
Yeah, exactly. So that's just a little side note of how the history of my emceeing came about as well. So thank you, brother.
So Henry. So what else? You do carvings. So that's your full-time gig, right? Your creative gift to the community. So what are you working on currently that we know of? That maybe we go check out.
I'm currently working with a friend who I met at a show that I did. They hired us to do a luau show, and I saw him carving, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to meet this guy. And then we just clicked, and then he hired me doing a job that he was working on. And then also I make drums. That's what my passion is, making drums, those Polynesian drums. So that's
and singing and playing. He plays music. He's a musician as well.
Of course.
He just likes to only say certain things. I'm like,
The
brother,
Renaissance man.
he is definitely a Renaissance man.
Yeah.
He was
jack of all trades and master of
all of
some.
them.
And at the same time, too, it's like he's like an octopus, and we have to be like, bring it in. You're human.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Focus.
Yeah.
He's
But
Right.
that's-
Visionaries.
Visionaries, trailblazers, and I think that's what's important is that you have all these ideas,
he
and I
does.
think we share the idea in this room. We have those passions and those things planted in our heart. We're like, oh, we want to do it all, but we need 2 of us, or 3 or 4, and that's when you collaborate with people with like minds, you're like, okay, how can we expand and scale by partnering up, or to bounce ideas off each other? How can we streamline these ideas?
Right.
But as an artist, it's hard because you're carving. You're like, you can't carve. So then you have to mentor them. You're like, oh, that's time. But
and so with my experience in making drums, I've built a relationship with a gentleman who's a professional musician. LT Smooth, that's his stage name. He's based out of Kona, Hawaii, and so he's got a nonprofit program, the Hero Foundation.
okay.
And so his program is all about music, sharing the music and teaching music.
Love that.
Guitars, ukulele, whatever
Everything.
types of instruments. So I ended up, I was supposed to sell the drums. I built 2. And I just felt in my gut to donate it to his school.
Oh, you're so sweet.
So I was like, you know what? That's a seed that I planted,
Right.
and because it was supposed to be to go towards fixing my transmission to my truck. So, which is still not fixed.
Oh shit! So if anyone we're taking donations.
We are also accepting
We accept Venmo, Cash App.
transmissions.
We're accepting transmissions right now.
But no,
Not
it's
broken.
things like this. Yeah, it's things like this where if I see that it's going to, bring positive energy and opportunities for our young generation, then that's something I want to be a part of. That's why with the dance school, my goal and vision down the road is to have a culture center.
Yeah.
Something not big like the Polynesian Culture Center in Hawaii,
In Oahu,
smaller
yeah.
scale
Right.
here in Hawaii, where we have programs for for the kids to
kids,
to
yes.
expand
Yeah.
in,
Right.
whatever field they want to go into, whether
And
it's
just
music
explore.
and dance or choreo.
That's gonna happen, brother.
yes.
Speak life.
Speak it into
That's right.
existence.
We speak it.
Yes.
We speak
So
it.
That's
So he's working on his nonprofit right now.
Okay.
finally.
I love that.
Only
Only today.
12 years later.
Hey, sometimes God makes you wait, and
You know,
that patience
the
is
timing-
the build up is good because then you learn throughout the time that
This
you're
is true.
waiting,
Facts.
and then boom, oh, I didn't know that 5 years ago. Now I know.
No, this is
I know
true. This
better,
is true. I
right?
think it's all about timing. And even though it's like, that's why I'm like, come on, brother. But you know what? You're right. It's all about God's timing. It will happen when it needs to happen, and it will happen in God's timing. So we're just gonna be patient. But in the meantime, please follow Pacific Island Network. I mean, on Instagram, we created it Pacific_Island_Network.
Perfect.
And
So,
then,
what do you guys have as far as programming? Do you have any, or can you say it?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Let's talk about the ideas that we're gonna, showcase,
Yes.
especially because one, you guys want to invite people
Yes.
to be a part of this. This is a community, function.
Yes.
In order for it to really thrive, we want to showcase everybody. So go ahead.
Well, we right now we're going to be starting off with Uda Fitness, correct?
Uda Fitness.
Nice.
So, and that's going to be just pretty much like an avenue, an opportunity for people all over the world to be like aerobics,
Right.
Like a jazz, like a Taibo, Zumba, yeah, right? And it's the opportunity for them to do that.
Zula,
Zula and Zumba.
Yes,
but there's also hot hula, but this is called Uda Fitness, and it's just another avenue where we're going to have exercising, so everyone could participate in that,
Yep.
as well as what
Fitness.
else, brother?
We got Go Loco.
Yes, we got Go Local, where we're going to go to different, we're actually going to be doing that, going to different businesses and restaurants and even locally here in Las Vegas.
That's exciting.
So they can come and check that out, as well as a cultural channel where Henry's actually going to display his carving and as well as drumming.
Yes,
drumming,
that's
teaching
exciting.
drumming and
Drumming.
ukulele and all these skills and stuff like that too, plus many more. But we're going to build it first with those first.
Right.
And then as they stay tuned, there's so much more that we're building up in store. So
nice. Well, I'm excited for that because I think to share the art of carving and the story time behind it would be so amazing. Because then, as you're carving, you're telling story, talking to somebody, whoever you're teaching, right?
Yes.
I want to learn.
Yeah. And it's hard because I've been hearing a lot is when especially with just Pacific Islanders, when they come to the mainland, a lot of the culture is lost.
Right.
A lot of the language is maybe not as emphasized because we are in the American, we are in America. We're in America. We're in America. We're in America. You know what I mean? So, but it's another opportunity for us to touch back.
Right.
And to know where we come from so we can know who we are and know where we're going.
Yep.
So it's definitely so great that we're doing that. I'm like excited about that.
Right. Well, I want to meet Miss Yvette.
Yvette has to come.
Yeah.
Miss Hualani.
I know
George.
There'll be another session with her. Yeah.
She's busy, I'm sure, and she, she's the matriarch of the group, so I'm sure she has to handle a lot of the back end of it where there's people.
I'm the head, but she's the neck that turns the head.
Yes. She, talking about Yvette real quick. I mean, she shout out to my sister. She has such a heart for people. Her compassion, her love for people. It's more than just teaching the culture. It's helping people where they're at.
Connect.
It's where they're hurting. We're just, to pray with them, to be there for them. I mean, she's helped so many young people and continuing to help so many young people. She's definitely the heartbeat.
Oh, I love that. Oh,
The
Henry,
heartbeat.
can't wait to meet her. Yeah, I'm. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be addressed within the community. It's mental health. Just alcohol abuse or whatever, or substance abuse. But with the help of these type of things, these type of programs that make you feel connected, and somehow, it doesn't have to be culturally, sound. It's just you're connecting with people, and you're like, oh my God, I don't identify, but that's cool. If you can bring in your carvings and somebody resonates with the art, it can open up that idea for them, and I think that's really important, especially nowadays. Like, I'm driving up to come here, and I'm feeling the difference in energy on the road or on the street because of the demographic that is on the street, especially here in Vegas. You can go from a really nice neighborhood into the city, and you're just like, why really are these people suffering? What are we doing? What are we doing as people? Yes, we're doing all these amazing things, but how can we give back? How can we touch on a person that is hurting and not knowing?
This is true.
I was sharing a story with a friend today, and I'm not going to obviously say who, but it really touched me because I said, you never know what people are going through until you really smile at them and you see in their eyes that they're going through something, and you don't know, the hurt, but they're trying to put on this facade or this, front. And, with this, I think is going to be great.
Well, actually, with Te Whakanui, the scripture that is the foundation, what Henry and Yvette George have is Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans that I have for you, plans to give you a hope and a future. And not many people will go to church, but they'll come to a dance studio. And so it's in a way a lighthouse, a way. There. And with Henry and Yvette, just both of them, their love for people. And there are, not to say that there are plenty of beautiful groups, Polynesian dance groups that are out here. I'm going to do a quick shout out. There is Pupu Ori Tenati. We have Rao Tamanui. There is a Samoan group actually out there with my sister Farina, Pelu Pelu, and beautiful halaus that are actually here in Las Vegas where people can go and learn of the cultures. But one thing I love about Henry and Yvette, no matter how many people I come across in many different groups, there's one thing that they always say is that they love this couple because they know how to love people. And that's one thing that I always hear. And it doesn't matter what group I hear it from, that they say the same thing. And that's what we want to make that impact into this city and eventually the world.
I concur.
He conquers.
He conquers.
Not George, but
More than a conqueror.
right, conquer. No, and for me to be in the same space, so I just congratulate you guys because you have paved the way for a lot of the people that want to do things that you are doing, and inspiring them. So this next generation hopefully will carry on the traditions in what you're doing. So currently, are you guys working on anything new as far as like dances, routines, ideas?
There's a lot of festivals coming up. It's been a while, since 2020.
Yeah.
And we got all these awesome festivals that are new, and so of course we got some old festivals that are still going. Basically, we're just gearing up for April. We got a couple festivals. May, a couple festivals.
Nice.
So
And then graduation season.
season.
It's always so busy with all the shows and whatnot. But that's one thing. It's like I know it's like, and now on top of that, we're going to do this. But you know what though?
That's great.
In with balance and planning. It will happen.
Yeah, and I think a lot of things too down the road where we want to give the opportunity for our students to give back also to the community, like the the senior citizen homes, hospitals. So there's a lot of things that's in the pipeline.
Yeah. Definitely. Want to give back into the community. I'm so glad, Toni, that we actually connected, because I feel like we're more now where there's an opportunity for us to be all connected, because when I'm connected to you, you're connected to me, and the people that I'm connected to you. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful thing. I mean, I saw Kuya Johan, and we had PH. I mean, who else was? Kuya G was there. Michaela was there on Monday.
Kuya Rex was there.
Kuya Rex. Yes, everybody was. It was just such a It was such a great turnout. PHLV was going to all the collaborations that's happening with Vegas Plus. I mean, and you're going to be a part of that too.
Yeah, and it's exciting. I'm really just excited for the movement in the city, because we have to keep moving.
Come on.
There's a lot of stagnant time, or dead air is what they call it, right? So people are wondering, what can I do? There's so much talent within everybody. Anybody that's out there listening, you have a talent. You just got to be inspired somehow. And the discipline is not necessarily inspiration.
Right.
It's the discipline to get to where you want to go.
Come on.
The everyday, like, all right, the carving. How are you going to finish this carving? Well, you got to chisel one
chisel at a time,
right?
Get it, girl.
Yeah, and I think it's so important to be around those kind of people. And and Penn is going to be amazing.
Yes.
So do you have, so you have your son, you have Lepa, you have the hot hula, you have...
Or the Uda Fitness. Yes, and we have Go Loco. Okay. We also have it's called Pacific Cultural Arts. We're still working on some names of some things, but we're just working on those avenues for
Tapa.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Tapa.
That'll be the nonprofit side. Tapa.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
The Tapa cloth.
Yeah. What type of cloth is it?
What type of cloth?
Quick time.
See, and that's why she's a great MC.
And that's why Henry's in the building. You make me fire.
She's like, what type of cloth is it?
Anyways.
So Tapa is
this cappuccino is amazing.
It's a cuppa.
Hello.
It's a cappuccino.
It's a cappuccino.
That's going to be the non-profit side of the group. Tapa, which is Tavakanui Academy of Pacific Arts.
That's awesome.
And Tapa is a tapestry. It's like a cloth made out of the bark of a tree that is very known in the Pacific Islands.
Used for costumes, used for wearing, just part of the traditional wear.
Right. Mm-hmm. I know exactly what you guys are talking about.
That's the name, Tapa.
That's beautiful.
So it's good.
Not Tupperware you eat, tapas.
Not Tupperware?
Tupperware.
Yeah, speaking of food, I mean, definitely, we love to eat here. So
oh my God.
We can go on and on
and on. Oh my gosh. Today is the day, guys. Today is the day for you and
me.
The
cappuccino. It's a cappuccino.
And well, speaking of which, I know that our young guest here, Sua, is also in the studio because he's here with you.
Yeah, he's here with me, and he's a part of the production, Polynesian Entertainment. Also, a leader of his peers as well, and he's also a choreographer. For the Samoan. So we're excited, and just for this next generation, like you said, to teach them and to share with them. I think it's really important. So yeah, we're really grateful for the opportunities. Thank you. I mean, we're so grateful to Carl, Vegas Plus for the opportunity to have that platform.
Right.
We don't take it lightly, and we are going to work diligently and give it our best. So.
I have a question. So when it comes down to enrollment, do you get more female than male?
Always more females.
Right.
Yeah.
So how do we? Because I know Sua is very active. He's an incredible artist and choreographer, athlete.
Yeah.
So yes, you're welcome. He's so shy. He doesn't want to join us today. But Auntie wants to tell you, so But we want to be able to bring that to light because yes, a lot of the women are like, oh, let's enroll ourselves and our daughters and whatnot. But the boys usually don't take those initiatives. So we want to be able to open that up to the community.
Yes.
And if you are interested,
and you don't have to be Polynesian.
Yeah.
Right.
Just
have
go to
the
our
desire.
website tavakanui.com.
And you can do that. Also, too, with PIN, if you're interested in knowing more about that, it's also on a platform called Ample Points. And so you can look that up as well. It's a great opportunity to, shop and earn points. You can use those points to pay for your classes, so much more. And there's more information on there that you can check it out. Wow. Tavakanui.com is where you can find all information regarding Tavakanui, history, how to sign up for classes, and everything like that, too. And of course.
Like for the men's class, I strongly would want to encourage parents, if you have your sons that are athletes, dance, hula is probably the best thing for them, the agility and
those calves.
No, but you know what, my son, but he said, actually he was able to really memorize a lot of the plays. He told me, he's like, man, it was really easy for me to memorize these things, but also his agility, because when we're dancing, there's different movements. Right. So when he's out on the field and he's doing those,
juking,
he's like, juking, or he's blocking, or he's breaking in, it utilizes all these muscles and whatnot. So it helps.
All these dance moves,
all the dance moves.
Literally, that's basically hula derived, or it came from martial arts. In Hawaii, they call it lua.
Oh.
So that's why the movement of hands and feet. It was a form of martial arts of warriors. Right. That's how hula started.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know that when you have a class, usually dance classes and these cultural dances, it's predominantly female, inspired or driven. So we want to encourage all the males, all the males, Paris males,
all the mans,
all the mans. We want all the mans,
all the mans.
Mans, come on down. The price is right.
$1. No, it's true, and I want to encourage everybody that's listening. Please. You don't have to be Polynesian. It is open to everyone, because I know the hula class is an incredible, time. I saw all different. Everybody was there, So it's a beautiful time. What else do you have going on besides doing all this?
I know there's something else. Listen,
Go on, Henry, let me dig.
Listen, there's more. There's more. He has more in store.
Dot.
What else is there, Henry?
Well, there's big projects. I know the upcoming months. My goal, once we get established with our nonprofit, that I'm able to use a lot of these funds where I can fly an instructor from the islands of Samoa, a dance instructor from Fiji, from Tahiti, where I can bring them to Vegas, to be part of this workshop and not have to worry about costs. So that's one of our big vision also for that's coming up. In the pipeline. And also I'd like to I haven't told her this, but I'm thinking about taking a trip to the Cook Islands, take my group next year.
Nice.
Okay, so get ready, Toni. We're going to the Cook Islands.
I'm coming?
Yeah, you're coming. You're coming with us, so we can talk about it. We can have a Mahalo Halo show in the Cook Islands.
I would love that. That would be cool. Awesome.
Yes, bring a generator.
I bring my umbrella.
Bring 2 sticks. We start fire.
I got one.
Yeah, there you go. I got the other.
Oh my god! No, that's incredible. No, that would be an amazing. I think for those that
cross-cultural
have never.
exchange
Right.
program. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
More in store.
So many things.
Oh, more in store for 2024. And we've only just begun.
Yes. What's very big that's coming up June is the Pacific Island Cultural Festival of Arts.
Okay.
Wow.
That's a big cultural event where the whole entire Pacific goes to one location. So it's every 4 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the hosting,
It's like the Olympics.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Where's
the
this
hosting,
happening at?
the hosting country is it's the part of the United States. It's the Hawaii. Hawaii is hosting it in June. It's a
Nice.
2-week event in the month of June.
Where? When?
In month of June,
the
from
beginning?
the 13th to whatever the dates are. Yeah,
Wow.
that's in Hawaii.
Well, I guess I'm coming from the Philippines to
To
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Yay! I might just swim. I can't afford the flight.
Oh my gosh. Yes, you can.
Yeah. Anybody have a sponsor out there?
It's all good.
Oh well, that's exciting, Henry. I thank you for coming out.
Yes.
Because we just want to share the vision that you have.
I appreciate
the
that
continued, gifts that you're giving to our community and to our next generation and to us. And the culture that you're providing.
Yes.
So we want to
We're all
pay
a gift,
you
yeah.
your flowers.
Yes. Give you your flowers, aka a cup of coffee. There you go.
Yeah, and we just want to follow your your journey as well as yours, Lepa, because
Yeah.
PIN is going to be an incredible platform for everybody that's involved, and the culture continues.
Yes.
Yep.
And the journey continues, that's the meaning of Te Whakanui. Take the journey.
Oh.
And so our journey continues.
Absolutely. Well, Henry, we love you. And Yvette,
Appreciate you.
Yes.
shout out.
Sister.
And Te Whakanui,
Te
thank you
Whakanui.
for always serving the community with your beautiful art. I am Toni Lopez, and you're watching Mahalo Halo and then some.
Yes.
You guys can watch us on Facebook, YouTube, IG, Amazon Fire. Listen to us on PHLU Radio and get it on your podcast. So until next time, guys, I'm your host, Toni Rose, and my girl.
Lepa Leps. We love you guys.
I love you. Be kind. See
Stay
you later.
safe. Cheese.